If you're wondering what type of content to create for your business and how to put it on social media without oversharing, I have got you covered today. Ultimately, the purpose of all the content you're going to be sharing in your business is to help you connect with potential customers. And there are 4 types of content that are going to help you do that. So let's go over them. The first type is content that showcases your expertise. People need to trust that you're credible and that you know what you're talking about before they'll buy from you. They also need to find you and your business persona relatable. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be just like your customers, although that's a very popular way to relate to your audience. It simply means that your potential customers need to be able to see themselves in you or your clients, and they need to trust that you can help them solve their problem. The third type of post is the post that evokes the emotion of your potential customer's dream, what their life is going to look like after solving that problem, or the pain of their current situation. People buy based on emotion, so you have to speak to that. And the last type of post that you need to share is the fun post. Show that you have a personality, because at the end of the day, people are on social media to be entertained and to connect with others. Let's review each of these content types in more detail so that you know exactly how to write them for your business and can have examples to reference as well. There are many different ways to show that you are an expert. You can simply introduce yourself, your background, your accomplishments, or your unique message, and then repeatedly share these things in different ways. For example, you can share, "This is my message," or "This is what I help people do," or "This is my experience," or "This is what I believe in." You should also share useful tips. Some of my past students have had great success creating a series of themed tips, all centering around one core topic, such as web design tips for my clients who are web designers, fat busting tips for my clients who are health coaches, and double your salary tips from my clients who are career coaches. Another way is to give your take on controversial topics in your industry. Establish yourself as a leader who influences thoughts and opinions rather than follows or parrots them. Sharing client testimonials and case studies is one of the fastest ways to show your expertise. And last but not least, you can also host question and answer sessions. These are fantastic for showcasing your expertise because you're in effect saying, "Ask me questions and I have the answers. I can help you." Not only is this great for showcasing your expertise, but it also gives you insight into what questions your people have, so that when you're creating your content or your offers, you know what to speak to. Q&As also allow people who are potentially your ideal clients to self-identify, so that if it feels like a fit, you can reach out to them, build a relationship, and eventually turn them into a customer. And finally, the Q&A post also helps you connect with people and show that you are here to truly engage and give back rather than just post and promote yourself all the time. Here is an example of a post that showcases expertise. This is a very straightforward expertise post with a straightforward call to action that reminds my readers to stop procrastinating and to produce something in their business. Because it's positioned as a reminder and a gentle command, it subtly associates that kind of authority and straightforwardness with my brand, which is a trademark of me and my business. I also want to make sure that you notice this post follows a very common and effective content formula. It starts with an attention grabber, relating to the reader. Next, I share the content, and then I end with a straightforward call to action. Don't wait, get going now. In addition to showing your expertise, showing relatability is key. You're not some figure talking down to your audience from down on high. Your potential clients want to see that you are a person, and they want to see themselves in you or the people that you've helped. A few ways to do that are by showing your fears or an individual client's fears, mistakes, and struggles related to your area of expertise and how you overcame them or how you helped your clients overcome them. Share these to show that you understand, that you can help, and that you have experience with the exact obstacles that your audience is experiencing now, just as I shared in this example post where I talk about being a huge introvert. Another great way to show relatability is to share behind the scenes peeks, such as a little more detail or behind the scenes of your special methodology, how it works, why it works, how you came up with it, your process for completing a certain task, or what you're planning or working on next for your audience. And finally, any throwbacks that show what you or your business was like before you got to where you are now will increase relatability as well. All of these tips apply no matter what industry you are in, so I really want you to think about how you can modify this for yourself. The third type of content you need to be sharing is the post that digs into your audience's pain or dream. You want to invoke the pain that you help people solve and the dream state that you can help them achieve by solving it, because that's what people are ultimately buying. They are buying the transformation that you help them with. A few ways to do that are to use photos that evoke emotion. It could be you or a client before versus after that transformation. Something that shows that you or your clients have been where your audience is right now, and that you or your clients are where they want to be. You can also describe the pain or dream, as in, do you remember this? Or how would your life be if you had this? Or imagine if you could have this, or do this, or be this. Then that can lead into a tip, a story, a client testimonial, or any of the other types of posts that we've talked about where you're combining the emotion and the dream or pain aspect with some other content. Finally, you can also share stories from your life or a client's life that relate to the pain or the dream. You can talk about the time I overcame this obstacle, or I really struggled to do this and then I figured out this solution. And then use that to lead into inspiration or into value. Here's an example of an emotion post. I know that a very common fear my audience expresses is the fear of failure. So I speak to that fear, and then I invoke the dream because I show that only by working through the fear can you build the life and business that you want. I end with an inspirational call to action that if you want that dream life and business, you know what you need to do. Finally, the last content type is the fun post. I can't emphasize this enough. People go on social media to be entertained, not to learn or to be sold to. So you need to give your audience what they want. And it's not that hard to entertain them. It's also not about you becoming a clown or being silly. It's about doing it in the context of your business. So let me give you a few examples. People love answering what if questions. What if you had an extra $1,000 per month from getting a salary increase? What would you do with it? What if you could wave a magic wand, and what would you change about your current situation? Or people also love reading those fun, weird, silly, cool, or unknown facts about you. With posts like that, share them and then invite people to share one relevant fun fact about themselves. People love talking about themselves. They love sharing fun facts and being the expert. And they love reading fun facts too. So it's an all-around win-win. I want you to notice though that this is all in the context of what you do in your business. It's all relevant somehow to and related back to something that you can help them with. You can also ask people to have some fun with the guessing game. Guess where I was when I took this picture, or guess what I just did, or guess the one thing I changed to get this result. Again, you can see these examples can be customized to be relevant to your business. We're not being silly or fun just for the sake of being silly or fun. Make sure also that the question is really simple so that it's easy for people to answer. Another example of a fun post is a quiz. I think we can all relate to how much we love quizzes. Like answer these 5 questions to find out who your dream partner is or which celebrity personality you have. Quizzes like that are a fun and quick way to capture people's attention and get them engaged. Finally, you can also ask questions that we all know the answers to and thus love to answer, like, where do you live? What's your favorite junk food? Or what's your favorite TV show? The key to a fun, engaging post is to ask a question that doesn't require someone to think too hard about the answer. It should be a fun, quick, easy response. Here's an example of a great fun post. I start with a fun attention grabber and then ask the reader to share a personality quirk that they've been hiding. As you can see, over 30 people responded to this post right away. And also notice that this is relevant to my business because this is something that a lot of my audience struggles with, how to bring out their personality in a way that helps them stand out without sharing too much or being too silly or being too unprofessional. So you can see how, as I've been saying, all of this fun content, no matter which content type you're posting, we're not doing it just for the sake of doing it, just for the sake of being silly or vulnerable or any of that. All of it has a purpose and in some way helps you build that relationship and increase your engagement with your audience for your business. So those are the 4 types of content that you absolutely want to be sharing in your business. Now that you know what they are and how to write them, go ahead and check out my video on the 3-step marketing plan to use to follow step-by-steps to implement this content and to go out there and be able to share it, to find your audience, to connect with them, and ultimately, of course, to use this content to get paying clients. You're gonna love that video. Also, I've got a super cool PDF for you with my 20-second script on how to get your first paying client, because once you start implementing these steps, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have people who want to work with you. So I'm going to show you how to convert those people who are loving your content into people who are now working with you and paying you for your help. So make sure you check out that PDF right over here. That's it for today. If you love this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be notified every week when I share a new video on how to build your coaching, consulting, and course business to break free from your 9-to-5. And I will see you next time.